Howdy partners, it's your boy John here. Welcome back to Love at First Sight for some reason. Last time we left off, we started the game and I started questioning what it is I'm doing with my life. Let's go ahead and carry on with this. I think where we left off last time, we had just met the girl. I don't think they said her name yet. Anyway, I walk on for a few more seconds after clearing the campus gates, then I pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Jeez. It seems that girl didn't follow me or even call after me. Well, you kinda took off, you know. Guy's a total jerk. She's probably still sitting at the top of the steps in that desolate stairway. A cool wind is blowing as I walk home, and I gradually regain my composure. My heart is still racing, though. I think I'm going to feel uneasy about what just happened for a long time. I was really surprised. Maybe I still don't fully understand what I saw. I'll have to think about it some more. Was it fear? Was I afraid of her? No, you're just a jerk. No, there's nothing scary about some girl, even if she is... Honestly, I can't shake the thought that she might be some kind of monster, really. I really don't like this guy, but she must be a human high school student, right? Oh no, really? I was definitely scared out of my wits at first, but I think if she wanted to hurt me, she would have done it. In fact, she's beyond harmless. She's as timid as a mouse. But if that's the case, why do I still feel uneasy? Is my mind just unable to accept that she has only one eye? Dude, it's not that big of a deal. Moving on, please. No, that's not it. Okay. It's not like I was avoiding staring at her or anything. Actually, I don't think I could have looked away even if I had wanted to. Whatever, it's not worth dwelling on. The fact that I'm not disgusted by her after all this disgusted, but seriously? By this after all this means it was just pure surprise, right? I think that's a reasonable conclusion. At any rate, I think it's safe to say anyone who saw her face wouldn't forget it anytime soon. As I'm thinking this over, I finally arrive at my familiar entryway to my house. Why would you phrase it like that? I was so absorbed in my thoughts, I guess I was on autopilot all the way home. I'm home. Oh, welcome home. You're a little late, aren't you? What are you doing? Yeah, the voices return. Ow, that one hurt. Akime wrote me into being her errand boy. She wanted me to deliver something for her. ... Oh, the suspense. ... More dots? Ha! Oh, that was worth it. Totally worth it build up to that little phrase there. Later that night, I let out a deep sigh as I'm lying in my futon, unable to sleep. For some reason, I couldn't tell my mom about the one-eyed girl. It wasn't like it was a traumatic event or anything, but I almost feel guilty. Well, you should. At any rate, I can't stop thinking about her face. I know that if I don't fall asleep soon, I'm going to have to rush to school tomorrow. I try to forget about everything that happened today, but I just can't keep my eyes closed. She looked like she wanted to say something back there, but I panicked and ran away. I kind of regret not staying now. Well, you should. I roll over in my futon several times, but eventually I come to a decision. I'm going to try to find the girl again. Okay, well, there we go. I feel like I should at least learn her name. Are the little dialogue screens down here, are they going by too fast? I noticed that last time. I'm not sure what was causing that. There we go. Well, the end? Oh, there we go. Aha. Oh, Act 2. Have an eye for... I haven't come across any decisions yet. I thought that would be part of the game. You know, that's what would make it a game and not a, novel? The next day. I try to clear my head as I'm walking to school, but I can't stop thinking about that girl. Should I leave class during the break to go look for her? It's going to be difficult to leave without a good excuse, though. Maybe when school's over, I'll go where I met her yesterday and say I just happened by. But there's no guarantee she's going to be in the same place today. Besides, I didn't exactly handle that situation gracefully, leaving her like I was trying to run away. Definitely not the best first impression to make. I'll have to think of some excuse for going. Why did I even go to investigate her crime in the first place? I'm not even sure I know myself. Maybe because you actually have a shred of humanity in you? I mean, after everything you've done so far, it's surprising, but there's still a possibility. That girl, I don't even know her name. What should I call her? Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Before I even think of what to call her, I have to actually find her first. I'll ask her name, introduce myself, and that'll probably be good enough. She'll probably think I'm some kind of freak, but I guess that's fine. It's okay, we all think that already. Maybe if I just talk to her, it'll lighten some of the tension between us. I look up to find I've arrived at school. Looks like I was on autopilot again. I get inside, change my shoes, and head up to the second floor my classroom is. As I walk up the stairs, I see something strange moving out of the corner of my eye. Huh? Peeking around the corner of the connecting hallway is a head of brown hair. It's the girl I've been seeing in my mind all morning. I seem to be the only one who notices her head popping around the corner. She must think that pose will keep her totally hidden, as if she's in a manga or something. But she really stands out, at least to me. She's moving her eye around frantically, and sure enough, she picks me out from within the sparse crowd. What is with all the bandages and stuff on her? I mean, I'd imagine she probably has poor depth perception, and she probably fell. I don't know. What am I doing? I'm so surprised to see her. All I can think is, why is a first-year student on the second-year floor? Before she hurries up to me. Here. She hands me a familiar handkerchief. Did I settle on a voice for her? I don't know. That's right, I had totally forgotten that I lent it to her yesterday. I take the handkerchief, which she's folded neatly into a perfect square. I think she even washed it. Yesterday, I mean, thank you? As soon as she says this in her tiny voice, she runs down the stairs and vanishes around the corner. Hold on, wait. Yeah, please. I can't stop myself from calling out, but the morning bells rings, drowning out my voice for me. Okay. Oh well, I head to my own classroom. The lunch bell rings. I stash my book in my desk and bolt out of the classroom. We haven't seen those other two, have we? I don't think so. I didn't even get to thank that girl for washing my handkerchief. I go to look for her to say what I wanted to earlier. I have a good excuse to talk to her now. I can't let this chance slip away. I arrive at the end of the hallway, but instead of going down to the first year classroom, I head up the stairs. I don't know for sure, but I think there's a good chance she's going to be up where I met her yesterday. Well, even if she's not, I can just look elsewhere. I get to the third floor and keep going up all the way to the stairs that lead to the roof. Hey! Huh? What is with all these little exclamation points and periods? Just like yesterday, she's sitting on the same step at the top of the stairs. I guess her shoulders... I see her shoulders jolt when she hears my voice, and she looks up at me. Her mouth is opening and closing rapidly. She clearly wants to say something, but can't find the words. She's in the same position I was in yesterday, it seems. Thanks for washing my handkerchief. I didn't get a chance to say it earlier. Yeah. That's probably a terrible voice, isn't it? There's a lot of confusion in her soft voice. The fact that she's looking everywhere but at my face tells me she's not sure what to do. I'm obviously making her uncomfortable. Well, you probably have that effect on people, but I'm not going to run away like I did yesterday. Well, I actually have that effect on people too, so you know what, I can't judge. Right, moving on. So this is where you eat your lunch, huh? Do you mind if I join you? I say this as gently as possible as I notice the lunchbox she's got perched on her knees. That's a good place to put it, I guess. Yeah, if you're going somewhere during lunchtime, you're probably bringing your lunch as well. While we're talking, I take out my own lunch. Now that I think about it, I don't know if she has any other friends to eat lunch with. Huh? Oh, no. Her answer comes too quickly, and I wonder if she really means it. Her eyes start darting wildly around the corridor in her effort to avoid making eye contact, and she begins to look even more nervous. Thanks, I'll just sit down on these steps. She didn't tell me to go away, at least. I take a seat next to her and unpack my lunch. This seems to startle her, and she leans away from me as if she's trying to escape. I sat next to her, but it's not like I'm that close to her. I'm a little offended. While I'm unpacking lunch, I look her over as casually as I can manage. Right, this is weird. Up until now, I was fixated on her eye, but the rest of her appearance is pretty striking as well. Her head is covered in bandages, her hair is messy and unkempt. Her uniform looks like it's been ripped apart and only partially stitched back together. I catch a glimpse of the skin on her shoulders and stomach. Well, that's creepy. Looks far from normal. I notice that she has bruises or maybe birthmarks, I'm not sure which, all over her legs, her neck, and everywhere else I can see. Dude, you know what, you're looking too deep into this, okay? It's kind of creepy. The skin on her dainty limbs looks white as a ghost. She doesn't look healthy by any standard. Is that... Suddenly our eyes meet. I guess I was staring too... Well, no, really. Huh? Yeah, I'd be scared too. Run! We quickly break eye contact, but she keeps shooting me sidelong glances like she's worried I'll attack her or something. I'm clutching my chopsticks, but my lunch remains untouched. Oh, I think I just missed something. Come to think of it, I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Fukunaga Mamori. What's your name? It's okay, well now this is another one I'm going to have trouble pronouncing. Okay, no, this is the last name, right? Isn't that how it goes? The last name goes first, and the first name goes last. Makes absolutely no sense. Sachi. Okay, I guess that's the way it goes. Nice to finally meet you. Nice... nice to meet you. ... Okay, stop with the periods. Wait. It looks like she's not too talkative, though. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I have to keep the conversation going somehow. Do you always eat lunch up here? Does anyone else ever come up with you or anything? Yes, I always eat here. No one else comes with me. Aww, now I'm sad. Maybe that was too forward, but the fact that no one else comes up with her isn't too surprising. She's probably always alone. She shifts her attention onto me, watching me cautiously. Is she that afraid of me touching her? I see. So what do you do during lunch break then? Read, finish homework, a few other things. Oh really? What kind of book are you reading? I haven't really read any novels lately. What was with that flash? So sorry! Sachi cries out abruptly, her voice rising like she's about to lose her mind. But my lunch, I mean, I'm done, so, excuse me. No sooner does she say this than she scoops up her almost untouched lunchbox and runs down the stairs. Do I have something on my face? I can't really chase after her with my lunchbox sitting open on my legs, so she leaves me behind. I've just been run out on, and silence falls over the stairwell. See, it doesn't feel too good, does it, jerk? I guess trying to force conversation like that backfired. Sachi only ever replied to my questions with a few words at a time, but she kept looking over at me with her worried eye. Did I really make her that uneasy? Is it that hard for her to open up to me? This girl seems to lead a very troubled life, and I might not ever be able to get close to her. No, just because I had one unsuccessful experiment doesn't mean I should give up. You probably should, dude. Before I thought that I'd be satisfied if I just spoke to her once, but now I have an overwhelming desire to get to know her. I have to become friends with her now. No matter what, I can't give up. I have to keep trying. Good for you, I think? I don't know. I don't care. Yeah, well, being enthusiastic about it is one thing, but there's nothing I can do right now. I might as well eat my food. Oh, whoa, what just happened? Okay. While I think of a way to meet her again, I finish off what's left of my lunch. Okay. But it's so quiet here now. I thought that no matter where in the school you were during lunchtime, you would be able to hear students' lively voices, but they barely reach this lonely place. It's like I'm in another world. The voices of the students talking down below are so quiet that the sound of my chopsticks clicking against my lunchbox is like a hammer on stone. Even the sound of my shirt rustling as I move is like the howling of the wind in comparison. How can she eat like this every day? I don't know, don't judge people. As I close my empty lunchbox, I make up my mind I absolutely have to become friends with her. Well. Oh, there we go. Returning to my classroom, I catch Tomo and Akime just as they're finishing their lunches. Wait, who's this? This is Akime. Hey, where'd you go? The two of us ate our lunches together all alone. What a shame. Come to think of it, I never said anything to them as I left. Oh, my bad, I finished my lunch too. Where'd you run off to? Hey, have you guys seen a first-year girl with a really unusual appearance? What do you mean by that? A first-year girl? The one with the ocular issue? Yeah, that sounds like her. What? What are you talking about? Something I don't know about? Oh, this probably isn't something you'd want to hear. It's not really a happy story. Wow, rude. You shouldn't keep things from your friends. Well, I don't know if I'd call you a friend. Probably more like, an acquaintance. That's not what I meant, but... Anyway, why do you want to know about her? No reason, I just heard about her and got curious is all. Do you know her? Personally, no. I've never seen her. I've seen her around, but I've never talked to her. As for what I've heard about her, I'm not sure if it's true or not. It might all just be baseless rumors. That's fine, just tell me what you know. Are you sure you really want to know? I wouldn't be asking if I didn't. Personally, I don't care, but the story's making me ask. Tomo looks side to side like he wants to make sure no one else is listening, even though the three of us are alone in here. Oh, why does this keep opening? There we go. Yeah? Alright. He promptly turns away from me and stares at the floor. He looks as though he's staring into another dimension. Fine, but take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. I can't take this guy seriously. First year student in class 2. Female. Oh, we've gathered that. Yes. Okay, something I only remember. Her family name. But she only has one eye. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm getting these two mixed up now. Wait, one eye? You mean she lost one in an accident? She didn't lose one. She only ever had one, right in the center of her face. One big eye. Well, this guy, I don't know what I'm making him sound like, but it's starting to sound familiar. I don't know. What, you mean she was born that way? I don't know the details, but it seems that she was. I've only ever seen her from afar, but I really don't think that's an injury. There's really a person like that in one of the first-year classes? I've never seen her or even heard about her. Not once. Well, maybe if you'd shut up long enough, somebody could say something. Well, we are in a different year from her, but regardless, I guess she's trying hard to stay hidden, both from the other students and from herself. Well, that's deep. Not really. What do you mean, she's trying to stay hidden from herself? I told you it wasn't a happy story. Tomo takes a quick glance at Akime. He seems worried to have said too much about Sachi around her, though it's not like I forced him to tell me. Why does he care if she knows? Yesterday, he avoided the subject of the school celebrities. Was that because he didn't want to talk about Sachi? That's all I've heard, but she does have a startling appearance. She's definitely not normal. Maybe she's creepy. Well, everybody's a jerk here. Maybe not. But you have to admit that at the very least, she's unusual. She's fascinating to some and scary to others. I'm sure there are plenty more who find her disturbing. Really? Wow. Could we stop with the dots? From what I hear, she's always covered in wounds. It's hard to believe they're all accidental considering how many she has. I don't know, I would expect somebody with one big eye to have problems with depth perception. I don't know. So in that... Oh, wait. Who is it? Oh, Kime. So in that case, could they be from... someone beating her up? I guess that would explain why she sits by herself. If someone at her home is hurting her, I couldn't tell you. But there is a real possibility that she's being bullied at school. People are the worst. Right. Could that be? Before, I wasn't sure what caused all her injuries, but thinking back, what Tomo's saying makes sense. Doesn't anyone try to protect her? I told you, all I know is rumors, not details, but there's another student who's also a little famous, and I think she's the one responsible for bullying the girl. It's... oh, wait. Oh, it's not Rui-chan, is it? Is that how you pronounce that? This catches me off guard. Akime, normally so loud, speaks in a hushed tone. Now that I think about it, she's been abnormally quiet the whole time. Tomo's been telling us about Sachi. I always figured Akime would be the first to denounce bullying whenever she sees it, but... do you know her? I wouldn't say we know her per se. We just ran into her several times during middle school. Doesn't that mean they know her? Akime seems to be staring into space now, thinking. Anyway, whether or not we know her doesn't really matter, but yes, the alleged assailant is this girl, Sadokawa Rui. Rui? I don't know. I've heard that she's from a well-off household and was pampered growing up. As a result, she's very self-centered. That's the impression I got when I first met her, but there's probably more to it than that. She's really popular among other students as well. That also contributes to her behavior, or at least I'd think so. Okay, I try not to think about when I'm doing these voices, if I can even call them that, but then I realize I'm doing it, and I just can't help but think, what am I doing with my life? I see. Thanks for telling me. Well, why does this thing keep opening? I can find out the truth of this one on my own later on, but I think I'm starting to understand more of the situation now. So, what do you think of this one-eyed girl? As Tomo said, the fact is that Sachi is very unusual, and I'm curious to know what he thinks about her. Depending on his response, I may have to change my plans. I just told you what I think, so tell me, what were you doing during lunch? Why are you so concerned about this? I didn't plan on hiding it, but I guess I couldn't have. Anyway, Tomo seems to understand what I was getting at. I can't fool you. You made it too obvious. As I said before, I only have trivial information. You shouldn't judge a book by her cover, so to speak. Okay, well, at least somebody's somewhat intelligent here. I haven't concerned myself with her until now because I didn't have any reason to. That said, if you want to help her out, you've got my support. I see. Well, thanks. I didn't think there'd be any problems, but still I'm glad Tomo's so eager to help. I keep my face expressionless, but I breathe an internal sigh of relief. Well, you know what, partners? I think I want to go ahead and call this the episode here. I think I've been recording for a while. Let me look real quick. Okay, yeah, I've been recording for a little bit. But thanks for watching, partners. If you enjoyed, for some unusual reason, feel free to click like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. It really helps me out. I meant to do, actually, an episode a day, but I had some things come up the past couple days that kept me from continuing with it. So, sorry if you were watching this. I'm trying to get this over with as fast as possible. You know, it's like taking off a band-aid. Make it quick. Thanks for watching, partners. I will see y'all next time. Bye!
Earlier than usual, how unlike you.
I'm sorry. Am I going to have to do voices for everybody? I just gave her a voice, so I guess I have to. I tried doing that last year with roommates, and that didn't work out too well.